The power of the press. Does the writer think that the parents were lucky or unlucky to gain prosperity in this way? Why? In democratic countries, any effort to restrict the freedom of press are rightly condemned. However, this freedom can easily be abused. Stories about people often attract far more public attention than political events. Though we may enjoy reading about the lives of others, it is extremely doubtful whether we would equally enjoy reading about ourselves. Acting on a contention that facts are sacred, reporters can cause untold suffering to individuals by publishing details about their private lives. Newspapers exert such tremendous influence that they can not only bring about major changes to lives of ordinary people, but can even overthrow a government. The story of a poor family that acquired fame and fortune overnight dramatically illustrates the power of the press. The family lived in Aberdeen, a small town of 23,000 inhabitants in South Dakota. As the parents had 5 children, life was a perpetual struggle against poverty. They were expecting their 6th child and was faced with even more pressing economic problems. If they had only had one more child, the fact would have passed unnoticed. They would have continued to struggle against economic odds and would have lived in obscurity. But they suddenly became parents of quintuplets, 4 girls and a boy, an event which radically changed their lives. The day after the arrival of the 5 children, the airplane arrived in Aberdeen, bringing 60 reporters and photographers. The rise to fame was swift. Television cameras and newspapers carried the news to everyone in the country. Newspapers and magazines offered the family a huge sum for the exclusive right to publish stories and photographs. Gifts poured in not only from unknown people but from baby food and soap manufacturers who wished to advertise their products. The old farmhouse the family lived in was to be replaced by a new $500,000 home. The reporters kept pressing for interviews, so lawyers had to be employed to act as spokesmen for the family at the press conference. While the 5 babies were still quietly sleeping in the oxygen tent in a hospital nursery, their parents were paying the price for fame. They had become the victims of a commercialization, for their names had acquired market value. Instead of being 5 new family members, these children had immediately become a commodity.